I'm joined by Paul Doswell ahead of a massive game against Braintree Town on Saturday. Is it made any bigger because of the loss on Saturday?
It's certainly become as important as any other game would be in the last 7. When you look at it, if someone had offered us 4 points away to Dulwich, away to Dartford and away to Maidstone, which has been our last 3 away games, I think we'd definitely have taken it. And more importantly, if someone had offered me 10 games ago that we'd be, or after the Oxford City game, that we'd be 3 points off the playoffs with 7 games to go, I'd have snapped your hand off for it. So, we've had a really good week again in training. Lads are very focused on the job on Saturday against what is a massively improved Braintree side. They got 3 or 4 really good threats in that front 4 of theirs. As I said, Ryan Maxwell, I think he's done a fantastic job at Braintree this year. With a very limited budget, he gets the most out of his players, and it's going to be another tough game.
And they've also been on a fantastic run of form as of late.
Yeah, they have, and so that's a massive credit to Ryan, his coaching staff, but as importantly his players. And the boy Critchlow's come in and has had a big impact for them. He's obviously been dropping down levels. Ryan's got hold of him, which is what Ryan does, and he certainly looks a good player at this moment of time. And I've had to probably watch his goal against Slough now about 8 times. It was that good. So we're aware of their good threats. Illich is a good player, technical player. Holness up top as the 9, and I really like the boy Fisher as well. So we know Payne really well, and Johnson I've known for years now. So they got a good experienced side there, but with some real good front players, and that's why they've been winning football matches.
And you mentioned earlier it's been a good week in training.
Yeah, really enjoyable. Always important once you've had a defeat. That was our first defeat in 8 games. Was to come back in, get back on that horse, and get ready for Saturday, and that's what the lads have done this week.
One thing you always mentioned to me, this is the beginning of the 7-game season.
Yeah, I always said, didn't I, that I thought that April and May, or March and April normally, because the season's extended. So this year, April, May is the crunch month. There's very few mistakes that any teams can make now, and it's almost actually, if you look at it, it's become a 6-team battle for one place. And Dulwich and St Albans, ourselves, Chippenham, Hungerford, who are in there at the moment, we're all desperately trying to get into that last place, and it's going to be whoever is in the best form in this last 7 games of the season.
And is it a case of really looking to pick 3 points out of every home game?
I think so. I think that you look at the away games. We've got Bath away, which is a toughie. They've improved massively. Welling is something that we'd obviously target. So there's Bath, there's Welling, and there's Hemel Hempstead away. So, if you do lose a home game, then it just means you have to win 1 more of your aways. So, yeah, we're targeting the home games, but listen, at the end of the day, my view. I think 5 wins out of 7, whether you get 3 of them away from home and 2 of them at home, I don't care, as long as we eventually can get them.
And just finally, there's been some good news this week. A few Hawks putting pen to paper. What's your reflection on that?
Well, I think what we've seen in this last 8 weeks is it's more of a team that we'd like to have seen with Payne and Dooku particularly coming through. Billy Clifford obviously is the heartbeat of the team as well. So Billy signed a new contract for a 2-year stay. Manny Dooku staying next year as well. And also, the conversations we're virtually done with Stephen Payne and Tommy Wright as well. So, you look at that front 4 for next season, along with James Roberts and Morley. I think it's right to plan now for next season. And as I said, I think if we can keep this group of players together, certainly for the National South next year, it would be give me a lot of confidence that we've had a year together then, and that makes a big difference. Last pre-season, bringing a lot of new players together. We've got to hope that we don't get the injuries that we've had this year. But if we don't get injuries, and with the squad that we've got, then I think we're in a very, very strong place for next season. And that would actually apply to probably either league. I think this team would do okay in the National League, but it's a tough job to get.
And do you think with these players signing, it's a testament to sort of the project that you outline?
Yeah, I mean, listen, we always sit down with players and we always try and explain where we want the club to try and get to. Obviously, the first year I was here, we finished 2nd and missed out. Year 2 was we didn't get a season because it was a pandemic. And this year, as I said, it would be a disappointment without doubt if we don't hit the playoffs. But that disappointment, if it happens, we've got to take straight into. We're going to be back at the end of June. We've got to take it straight back into next season with this group of players, because that's what it will be. And I think the signings that we made with Guy Hollis, who's obviously, again, one of the injured players that we've had, But with Guy Hollis, Stephen Payne, Manny Duku, mixed in with what we already had, then I think we've got good times ahead.
Lovely. Thank you very much, Phil.
Cheers,
Good luck
Adam.
tomorrow.
Thanks.